you're a giver. And I often hear you talking about leading with the heart in the interviews that you've conducted, about being open, authentic, and even vulnerable as a leader, empowering others, supporting others, and giving back to the society. Which takes us to a very important topic here, which is mental health and well-being. You obviously have a deep passion for mental well-being. Can you talk about your journey and how mental well-being became a passion?
Um, I mean, culturally, we're brought up in an environment where mental health it's not something that anyone would talk about. So growing up in a bomb shelter, escaping Lebanon, and uh, being, moved around over 15 times, 20 times in my life just to be in a safe place. If I were to look back at a child and my age or your age, Maha, where we've seen all of this and we escaped all of it, we're tough. I mean, I'm a tough cookie, you're a tough cookie, but at the end of the day, we still have that emotion in us that brings us back to where and how we were brought up. So everybody today, I would say, I would be shocked if someone does not experience any type of mental health, being an anxiety, overwhelmed, stressed, all of it. So mental health for me is health, because we as people recognize physical disability where someone's on a wheelchair or someone diagnosed with cancer. I was diagnosed with cancer 10 years ago. I was afraid to talk about it because I thought it was going to actually slow down my career and what would people think of me at work, and that is cancer. Imagine someone struggling with mental health and having this conversation in the workplace today, and their leader sitting is like, what do I do with this? So when I was at Cisco, I actually had the opportunity to do something that impacted people on so many levels. And the inspiration behind that was my sister. I told you I have five sisters, and one of my sisters, and also growing up, I've seen my kids struggle with it at high school. We all have kids that we see their anxiety, especially more than ever today. But only until one day my sister said to me, help me die. That was the moment for me where I froze, I paused, and I turned my position into action, where I thought, what can we do to make a difference? What can we do to listen to understand? And because I was listening to actioning and listening to do things for my sister to help her, but I needed to listen to understand why she's struggling, because she had her first daughter. And as women, that mental health state that a new mother can have. So I started a program that where it was focused directly on mental health in the workplace. Started the conversation about mental health before even COVID hit. I took a chance. I was at Cisco for 9 months when I called the CEO and said, we have to do something. As a technology company, we have to do something about mental health. We partnered with the largest mental health organization in Canada, which I sit on the board today. It's called CAMH. It's the largest hospital for mental health. We started providing technology where it would allow patient to have much better visibility to psychologists or psychiatrists, because I mean, in Canada, you can be waiting 6 months to 12 months to see a specialist. And you know that, Maha, because you lived in Canada. And I started the conversation in the workplace, and I challenged every CEO in Canada to start the conversation. Start being vulnerable, tell a story. I told my story about my sister. I told my story about when I was actually in a war zone, when I saw many people die in front of me, and how we need to be more than ever strong enough for our people. So that's how I started the conversation at mental health. And today, more than ever, I'm proud to tell you, even at Dell, we have this conversation every day. And I continue to tell my team, it's okay not to be okay. Ask the question, how are you doing today, in pause? do not answer.
Mm,
Pause to listen, to acknowledge, listen to understand, not listen to speak. And what COVID has brought to people and everybody today, Maha, is is crazy, because I could tell you the amount of people are dying by mental health on a daily basis are more than people dying by COVID every day. Hence the reason we need to recognize mental health in the workplace, mental health at home, have the conversation with your kids, and make sure that it's not something that they need to be ashamed of to talk about. And ensure there's resources that, leaders have that can point their teams to, because I look at Dell and see what we're doing at Dell, and the amount of resources that we have at Dell for our employees is amazing. So that is my story for mental health. And I tell everyone, if your mental health is healthy, everything else in your life will be great. And it doesn't have to be like you struggle with major mental health diseases. It's those daily stress that we deal with that puts us in a situation where we need to continue to focus on our mental well-being.